Jujutsu Infinte is bad, or is it? I will use 5 main categories to rate this game. These will include leveling and grinding, items and abilities, playability, bosses, and let's go with PvP. Okay, so leveling in the game requires you to either talk to the clan head, who's in that little temple right there, fight bosses, or go to the mission area. All of these suck. They're just bad. The only way you should be leveling up is when you're able to fight bosses. That's the only way. Never mind that. Let's head to the missions area. When you enter the mission circle, you will have 3 options for different areas. It shows on the side, which will give you the same or not the same amount of money and or mission essence or whatever it's called. I think so. When you choose one of these options, the game will ask you to press J, where you spawn out of the sky in a battle bus or something. They'll have like a blue something of them, I forgot. This does not include daily or one-time quests, which do the exact same thing. The other way you can gain levels and money is by talking to clan head, where you get access to the god awful story. Oh my gosh, man, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Let me go off script. It's just this game. I'm max level. It's just a bandit beater. That's all it is. It's nothing better than that. It's just blocks roots but worse. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, let's go back on track. The other way, you can go to the clan head. Wait, what the fuck? No. It has the worst story I've ever seen. The concept was kind of cool, but poorly executed with a $2 budget. All the budget went into the intro, I'm not gonna lie. Essentially, you combine with Gojo, he's inside of you, giving you tips, telling you stuff like, I'm detecting large amounts of cursed energy nearby. Watch for that cursed spirit. He contributes literally nothing. And for the grinding part, and for how long it takes to level up, it's just horrible. And I'm max level. I already told you this. The only good way and fast way to level up was to constantly buy 2 times XP and just grind the same boss over and over again until you get access to the next boss or the story requirement. And since this is related to the story, why devs? There's no point that after I'm done with one section of the story, I have to level up like 60 levels each time, which is annoying and unnecessary. Like I said, it's just the worst blocks routes. Like, man. Next, we'll be going to items and abilities, where it's not much better. The downside, Next, we'll be going to items and abilities, where it's kind of okay. The only downside is you have to grind for money to unlock these abilities and get certain items like a domain shard, which is nearly impossible to get unless you have an item notifier, which costs like 2,700 Robux, or you have the luck of a single divorced man inside of Vegas putting it all black on the roulette table. Like, it's just dumb. Also, this doesn't include that to get these abilities, like the cool ones like Infinity or Sukuna stuff or Hikari's Gambler Fever or whatever it's called, you have to spin for it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's just like Shindo Life 2. And it also has an innate bag, which does the exact same thing as it does in Shindo Life 2. Okay, the abilities themselves are decent. They look decent. They actually look kind of cool. you can see this like when using a maximum technique like Jacob's Ladder, which I'll probably show you right now. Looks pretty cool. Whoa. Look, Jacob's Ladder. I would like to talk about this ability stuff more, but this is like a short video. I haven't posted it in like a year or two. I can't remember. Okay, on to the next category we go. Playability. Wow. There's not much of that in this game. The gameplay, besides PvP and maybe some bosses on the hardest difficulty, is just plain dumb. I don't need to think about killing these enemies. I just spam buttons on my keyboard and it works. There is no skill requirement. And even with that no skill requirement, the game's just not fun to play, unless you're maybe with some friends. Next, we have bosses. They are bad. Every time you fight a boss, at some point they have this little icon right under their name and health bar with iframes, and you're like, oh, that just means they're invincible, right? Correct. And that doesn't really sound bad, but later in the game, it's just annoying. There's no point of it. It's not like they're hard in the first place. I'm just waiting 20 seconds for this one attack phase that doesn't do any damage to me and I can dodge with ease. For example, the Finger Bearer, the worst boss. Literally, he's just throwing like stuff at you, like he doesn't do anything. And I've never died to a boss. Even in Nightmare mode, the closest I've ever got to dying was fighting Sukuna in a Nightmare mode with 4 people because it increased his HP and his domain almost killed me. And that was pretty hard. But that was the best I got. Overall, the bosses are just mediocre. And back to the Finger Bearer, all his first attack just hurts my eyes. It just sucks. What a nice game. Oh my eyes! Finally, we have the last category, PvP. I haven't played much PvP, even though it's probably going to be the background of this video or something. I play very little, just to say this. It's kind of okay. The only annoying part of it is just the fighting mechanics, because they don't really take much skill. So unless you're using like actually, speaking of that, Heavenly Restriction, you have to pay 1,700 Robux for that, and it's not that good. Literally, I can name a solid five special grades that are better than it. Actually, is that how many there are? Let's see. Super Bananas, Chemical, Storage, Curse Queen. Shit, okay, that might be all of them. But yeah, it's just better than that, and it's just cost 1,700 Robux. Also, it's only worth playing this game with friends. Like, PvP is fun playing with friends. I did do it, and it was still kind of boring. Yeah, bye. This is the end of my little rant. Bye.